What is up, YouTube? How the heck you doing? Gopher Guy 516 coming at you here again, and basically resurrecting this entire channel. I deleted a lot of stuff because I had to get out of video game collecting. I'm still in college, but it was during the college year. And here in the Midwest, it's hard to get a lot of video games because there are no garage sales for 8 months a year. It's finally May, so I mean, I feel I got that sudden urge since it's nice out to get out and get to more garage sales, and I'm really glad that I did. But I am getting back into collecting, and I'm very excited to say that. So I'm basically resurrecting this channel, and we have finally, from about 9 months ago was the last time I did a pickups video. We finally have another one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right into it. This was from a garage sale Saturday. Wait, this is the first thing that I found. It was a garage sale listed on Craigslist. They said they had PS2, Wii, and Nintendo DS games. So, I mean, right away, that was like the first one I wanted to go to. Unfortunately, it was Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I couldn't get there Thursday, and I got there Friday, like right when it opened. So I'm assuming that a lot of stuff sold. But one game that I did pick up for the PS2 for $2, it was a game that I had a lot as a kid, and it's Need for Speed. Right, I had a lot. I played a lot as a kid. Need for Speed Underground 2. And for $2, it's complete, and the disc is in very nice condition. I have no problem adding that to the collection for $2. But now I'll be on the lookout for a Black Label copy. And then the next thing that I found were two original Xbox games, both $1 a piece. I probably wouldn't have paid any more for them, but they are Dead or Alive 1 and Time Splitters 2. I don't own an original Xbox and probably don't plan on getting one anytime soon, so these will probably be up for trade or sale. The next thing that I got was for $2. The only game they had out, the only game they said they had, I guess. I asked about other stuff and they said they didn't have anything else. But SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, I got that for $2. Not a bad buy. The next two things that I got were at another garage sale. These are the only two games they brought out. And I saw these two games and was really excited, hoping they'd bring out other more PS2 games or anything like that. But they didn't. And I got these for $4 a piece, so $8 total. Dragon Ball Z Budokai 1, complete in very nice condition, and Dragon Ball Z Sagas, complete, very nice condition. It would have been nice to get Tenkaichi 3 for $4. That would have been awesome, but like I said, they didn't bring anything else out. And then the last of the garage sale finds, again, more PS2 games, but I guess I can't really argue with good deals. These were in a huge pile of like DVDs on a huge rack, and when I asked him what he wanted per game, he asked $3. I had a third game in my hand too. It was a James Bond game, but I can't think of the title. But for $3, I asked if he would do 2 for $5, and right away he answered faster than I could even think. He agreed, and it's Star Wars Battlefront for the PS2, the first one, and Kingdom Hearts for the PS2. Both Red Label, but the Kingdom Hearts that I own is missing the manual. So I mean, I'll probably just keep this copy because the one that I own is Red Label as well. So can't really complain there. That is it for garage sales, and then we got 3 different Craigslist deals that were easily the highlight of the weekend. The first one being a Game Boy and Game Boy Advance lot. He had Game Boy games listed, and he wanted, I think, $40 for all this stuff. So I just messaged him and asked if he had any other games lying around. He said yes, some Game Boy Advance games. He threw those in, and it brought it up to $60. So still for $60, I can't really complain. The first game here is GTA 2. Then we have Killer Instinct, The Punisher. Was it? Yeah, just Crystal Quest there on the Game Boy. And not last for the Game Boy games, but Kirby's Dream Land, the first one. And then for some reason, this is the only game in a case. It's Monopoly, and that came with its manual. So that's kind of cool. And then the 5 Game Boy Advance games that he threw on for an extra $20 were, I mean, realistically, I would have just bought the Game Boy Advance games and not the Game Boy Color games, but it was a pretty good deal. The first one being Crash Purple. I think that's all it's called. Purple. I can't even read that. The next one being Crash Huge Adventure there on the Game Boy Advance. Donkey Kong Country, the first one, just a little port. Easily my favorite part of the whole lot, Pokemon Ruby. This is the one that I played a lot as a kid. In this like series, I guess, between Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald. I had a red Game Boy Advance SP, so I bought Ruby, and my best friend had a blue Game Boy Advance SP, so he bought Sapphire, and it was really cool. We played a lot together. And then the last thing that he had, I wasn't expecting it to be complete, but it's complete in box, and it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Ultimate Masters on the Game Boy Advance. The box is a little crushed, as you can see across the bottom there, but still really, really cool. Like, this is the first complete in box game that I've ever had on the handheld, besides like DS games, because usually for the most part those kind of come complete in box because you don't really throw away those cases. But so that's really, really cool to see. Like I said, it is complete. The manual's in here, the game is in here as well, and the game is in nice condition, just like all the other ones. So, like I said, for 60 bucks, I can't really complain. And then the next thing that I got was another Craigslist deal. This was $40. I was really, really happy about this, and then I got another Craigslist deal, which kind of like put this one to shame, but still very, very happy. For 40 bucks, I got a red DS Lite here, in very, very nice condition, and it still has the GBA like dust cover in there, right there. So that's really, really cool to see. But yeah, I mean, like, this is mint condition DS Lite, which is cool. Unfortunately, though, it is like a off-brand, different colored stylus, but that's fine. It came with car charger and regular charger. It came with this little DS case thing that like you put your DS in that I'm never going to use, but it came with that. And then the 3 games that it came with were not complete, but it has everything but the manual in it. Weirdly enough, it has all the inserts too, but that's Pokemon Ranger. I've never played any of these. I've only played like the base Pokemon games, but I'll probably keep it just because it has a box. And then 2 loose cart games, which unfortunately these are the 2 loose cart games. Super Mario 64 DS and New Super Mario Bros. I actually have a case for this from GameStop dumpster diving like quite a while ago, sitting in my closet over there. So that's cool. So realistically, this one is complete in box. It's just the Super Mario 64 that is not complete, which kind of stinks. And then one last, I'll save that Craigslist deal for last. This is something that I got at Savers on the way home from the next Craigslist deal, and for $2.99, as you can see there, or if you could see there, I got a PS2 remote, like the DVD remote for the PS2. I've never owned one of these before, but I saw it hanging back there in the bags. This back's kind of sticky. I'm gonna take these batteries out because I bet you there. Oh, I can't even get the, what the heck? There's one. Why can't I get this battery out? There we go. Okay, good. No corrosion, but slide that. Oh, that's kind of it's kind of broken. That kind of stinks. But regardless, it is a PS2 remote. I don't know if it works. I left my PS2 at school. I'm just kind of home for the week. But still, a PS2 remote for $2.99. I think they go for around like $7 or $8. So I guess it was a pretty good deal. I'm not going to make money off it, but I don't really plan on selling it, so that's fine. And then the money right here was with this Craigslist deal. The posting originally said he wanted, or that he had a Xbox 360 and a 3DS XL up for sale. So I messaged him, I emailed him, and I asked about the 3DS XL, like what games you have with it, like what are you looking to get out of it, or get for it. And he said that he didn't know like new 3DS XL, but he's like, I have the 3DS XL with the second joystick. So right away I was like, okay, that's probably the new 3DS. And then he said he had 3DS games, NDS games. He gave me a list, and the games were the real reason why I bought this lot. But it was nice to get this back. I used to have a red one, complete in box, but I sold it off when I needed money for college and stuff like that. But I sold it off, and he was asking $250, which already was a pretty good deal for this lot. But he was like, we planned to meet one day. He couldn't meet, and then he said. And he was like, stop emailing for 3 or 4 days, so I figured that, you know, the deal was done, whatever. And then he emailed me again saying, hey, are you still down to meet? If you come to meet, which was about an hour and 10 minutes away, he'll drop the price. So I offered $220. I mean, I figured that would be like a fair offer, even though $250 was already a pretty good deal. And he's like, he countered back with $230, so I just took it right away. I wasn't going to haggle down to $225. It wasn't really worth it at that point, assuming that I didn't really want him to walk away. But regardless, it is the new Black 3DS XL. It's in very, very good condition, except like the bottom screen looks like it has like crumbs all over it, like he was eating on it or while he was playing or something. So I'll just have to clean that off. I tested it there, and it does turn on if it fires up here. Come on. Oh, it just came on too. There we go. So like I said, it does turn on. Everything works on it. And then on here is, yeah, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, if you can see that without the glare there. But that was downloaded on the system. I don't know if I'll keep it just because, like, that's not really a game that I'm super, super interested in playing. So maybe I'll create my own account, which I would be totally okay with losing that game, considering all the other ones in the lot. The 3DS games were actually probably, I'm not going to say worse because all the games in the slot are pretty good games and they're worth quite a bit of money. But the DS games were the real reason why I wanted to buy it. So we'll start with the 3DS games. All 4 3DS games are complete, which is really, really cool. The first one being Fantasy Life. I'll probably hang on to this just because it looks kind of like, I think it's like a Harvest Moon type clone. Or no, that's not this one. This is like a little RPG type thing. But it looks pretty cool, so I'll probably keep it, maybe give it a play. This is one I was thinking of, Story of Seasons. I'll probably keep this as well. It looks like a Harvest Moon clone, unless it is like made by Harvest Moon people. Like when he told me he had this game, he listed it as Harvest Moon Story of Seasons. So, I don't know. I loved Harvest Moon on the PS2. I played it all the time. So I might keep that, play it on a rainy day. The next one, Super Smash Bros. 3D. Man, now I gotta think, because I don't even know if I would keep this, because I feel like this is like not very fun on a handheld. This is like a party game, play with your friends. A lot like Mario Party. Like I couldn't like see myself sitting down and like itching to play this game on the 3DS. So that might take some consideration. And then the last one, is there something in here? Oh, it felt like it was kind of loose. Pokemon X. So, not bad. The case is pretty dented on the front. I don't know if you can like tell, but I have another case from this. I got a Pokemon X in another deal, and GameStop. I traded it in when GameStop was offering like credit equals cash or something, like you got the same amount of value. So I kept the case because GameStop doesn't matter if you turn in the case or not. But so I have that. I have a better case for it, and then I'll just hang on to that case in case I find another dummy game. And then the DS games were very, very good as well. This whole lot for $230 was absolutely unreal. If I got top dollar for everything, if I sold everything, it'd be over $400 on eBay, which is really cool. The first thing here being the Action Replay DSi. No cord, no nothing with it, but Action Replay nonetheless. Loose Cart, what is it? Rune Factory 3. I don't think I'll be keeping this simply because it is loose and it doesn't really seem like a game that I would want to try. So I'll probably be selling this off, or maybe if it's really cool, I'll probably play it for 10-20 minutes, and if it's cool, maybe I'll buy the case for it online. But loose DS games are just a pain. This is something that I probably will be buying the case for online and not selling off the loose cart, and that is Pokemon Heart Gold. A very, very great game, obviously. Everyone knows that. The next thing here, complete, is Pokemon White 2, which is awesome. Very, very good shape, so can't really complain there. Going in the collection for sure. This and the next game here, Pokemon Black 2, also complete. As you can see there. These are like the only Pokemon games that I haven't actually like played through. I guess I haven't played through Alpha, Ruby, and Omega Sapphire, whatever those two are. But like, I mean, I've played Ruby and Sapphire before. So I mean, these are like the only games that I realistically haven't played at all. So I'm kind of excited to play those. And then, for some reason, he had another copy of Pokemon Black 2. No manual, just the cart. So that's kind of weird. Like, thinking about it on the Craigslist deal, I didn't really think much of it. But now, since I saw that he had the Action Replay DSi, I'm hoping that like one of these game files is not screwed up from the DS or the Action Replay, that he had to go buy a second one, because that would kind of stink, because I'm hoping just to sell the loose card. I'd sell this one and just keep the other one complete in box. And like, because I mean, that's about $30 back, so I mean, that'd be really cool to get. But like, I'm thinking that maybe one of the codes is screwed up on one of them, which would suck, because that's kind of like money you can't really trade. But with that being said, that is everything. That is everything that I found the past like week and a half, I guess. I'll be keep going out. I don't really know when this video is going to go up. I'm assuming that I'm going to upload it on Wednesday, so hopefully you guys see it on Wednesday. And then I would consider like Wednesday to Wednesday would be my next week. So hopefully I find some more stuff next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment. Go ahead and subscribe if you would want. And until next time, guys, take care and happy hunting.